Sunshine for everyone on your Thursday, just with a wide range of high temperatures. Near 60 degrees for Marquette, will reach the upper 70s down to the southern Upper Peninsula.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Kevin Hodge. Tonight on your WZMQ 19 News, tensions rise as President Trump issues a bold warning to an ally in the Gulf over the control of the critical Strait of Hormuz. We'll have the latest. Plus, the city of Ishpeming is detailing their current financial condition in some key areas. And dog owners in Delta County are in for a treat. Pioneer Trails Park just installed a brand new dog run for your furry friends. Your 19 News at 11 starts now.
Live from the UP, this is WZMQ 19 News at 11.
And welcome in. A first look at your forecast. We basically have a copy and paste forecast for this week, and the only things that really change are the temperatures, and not only day to day, but it also depends on your location. So high temperatures a bit cooler, near 60 degrees for us in Marquette because of that winds. They will be from the north, but then if you travel down to Iron River, any of the southern UP locations, and we get temperatures into the upper 70s. No matter where you are, we have plenty of sunshine to work with, and I'll let you know how long this is going to last in just a few short minutes.
Kelly, thank you very much. President Trump gathered with his cabinet at the White House today, reiterating that he will only agree to a deal with Iran to end the war if it's a good one, and threatening a U.S. ally in the Gulf if it chooses to work with Iran in controlling the Strait of Hormuz. Jesse Mitchell has the latest tonight.
A U.S. official confirms the U.S. military conducted what it's calling defensive strikes against Iran on Wednesday, intercepting drones and targeting a military site believed to pose a threat to American forces and commercial traffic. Still, the U.S. official maintains the ceasefire remains in place. This comes as President Trump said in a cabinet meeting today he believes Iran has no choice other than to make a deal to end the war.
Everything's gone, and they're negotiating on fumes, but we'll see what happens. Maybe we have to go back and finish it. Maybe we don't.
But the president said he'll only agree to a deal if it's a good one and includes the reopening of the Strait of Hormuz.
And one of the things that will happen is the strait will open immediately. But it's got to be perfect. I'm not going to do this. I didn't do this to get a crummy agreement.
In response to an Iranian TV report claiming Oman and Iran would jointly manage the Strait of Hormuz once it reopens, the president issued a stern warning to Oman, a U.S. ally.
Nobody's going to control it. It's international waters, and Oman will behave just like everybody else, so we'll have to blow them up. They understand that. They'll be fine.
The remarks come a day after Iran's foreign ministry said Tehran maintains a deep distrust of the U.S. Earlier at the cabinet meeting, President Trump praised the results in Texas's primary Tuesday.
Last night was incredible. Not only Texas, but so many other places. And the numbers were fantastic.
Longtime Republican Senator John Cornyn was defeated by Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton, a Republican candidate President Trump publicly backed. It was the latest GOP primary in which a Republican incumbent lost to a candidate endorsed by the president.
Continuing our coverage of the Mackinac Policy Conference, we checked in with a candidate running for office in Marquette. Anna Aho Rink is the Democrat running to fill the seat representing the Central UP in the Michigan State House. Our Michigan Capitol correspondent Sophia Murphy has more on her campaign as she pushes to flip the seat back to blue.
Mackinac Island is filled with political conversations this week, but for one candidate running for office in the UP, it isn't just about party politics.
Gas prices have gone up, the cost of food has gone up, energy prices going up, and people are struggling to find jobs, good paying, reliable jobs that pay the bills for all of those things.
Anna Aho Rink says her campaign for the 109th House District comes after years of working face-to-face with patients across the Upper Peninsula as a physician's assistant. She spent nearly 17 years working at the Marquette Planned Parenthood office before it closed last year, something she says left many patients without a healthcare safety net.
It never should should have been a problem in the first place. People should not be left without care, not anywhere in this state.
Rink says that experience helped push her toward politics, saying too many people in the UP are struggling with healthcare costs, housing, energy prices, and finding good paying jobs. She says her priority is making sure young people who want to build a life in the Upper Peninsula can actually afford to do it.
We were able to raise our families here, and we want them to stay here. We want our children to be able to stay here. We want our grandkids to be able to stay here.
The 109th district had been held by Democrats for decades before Republicans flipped the seat in 2024. Rink says one of the biggest lessons from that election was that Democrats need to better listen to rural communities.
Take into account their specific needs, what is going to work for them, and how we can compromise.
Rink also acknowledged that her background with Planned Parenthood may be polarizing for some voters in a region that often leans conservative, but she says her approach has always been about caring for people first, regardless of politics.
I worked at Planned Parenthood because it aligns very much with my values of caring for people and meeting them where they are, no matter what. And I use that philosophy across the board.
Control of Michigan's House of Representatives is going to be a major battleground this fall, and both parties are expected to pour a lot of resources into this Upper Peninsula race. On Mackinac Island, Sophia Murphy, WZMQ 19 News.
The city of Ishpeming held an open house this evening, presenting more information on the fiscal state of the city. Our own John Truitt was in attendance and has this report.
The forum provided an overview of the city's current financial condition, highlighted key financial areas, and offered transparency about the city's financial outlook. And that outlook isn't optimistic.
If we don't take some action as a community, the state will step in eventually and make those decisions for us. So we have an opportunity as a community, the council has an opportunity to make decisions that will prevent that.
The city is in this predicament because inflation has caused costs to outpace revenue. That said, the city can do one of two things: cut services.
So we can either reduce services, obviously, and I never talk about reducing services without reducing staff because we're a service provider. So if you're going to reduce staff, you're reducing services. They go hand in hand.
Or Ishpeming can raise more money by asking the residents to chip in through a millage.
If the council's comfortable and the community's comfortable where we're at, we'd really have to look at a millage. In order to make our general fund millage be sovereign, I would say, not continue the decline, we need about 2.5 mils.
Ishpeming's situation was not helped by last winter's snowfall, which placed an unexpected burden on the city. Even so, the city millage rates are among the lowest in the county.
Our millage for the city is lower than the Gawney's and Marquette's, and especially in our general fund. And the general fund's where we're struggling the most.
And Ishpeming has kept its millage rate the same for the past 6 years. However, not enough to keep up with inflation.
So over the years, that millage hasn't gone up, and inflation has, as everybody's well aware, really since 2020.
With restrictions placed on taxation in Michigan, the city will also have to turn to future development to continue growing. In Ishpeming, John Truitt, WZMQ 19 News.
Another open house will be held tomorrow at 10 a.m. in the Ishpeming Senior Center. Delta County dog owners have a new place to enjoy nature with their four-legged friends. Today, the Parks and Recreation Department installed a dog run at Pioneer Trail Park in Gladstone. The fenced area will allow dogs to run freely in a space designed just for them. According to the county parks manager, a dog park at Pioneer Trail has been a long-time dream among camp personnel.
We are a family-friendly park, and we want all our family members to be welcome here, and that includes our furry family members as well. We're just really excited to add some more layers to the park and to make sure that everybody has something to do down here and feels welcome.
The dog run will open to guests on Thursday with obstacles and benches to be added in the coming weeks. Dog owners can also visit the park's general store to pick up treats, bandanas, and dog bowls. Kelly Rowland has your first warning weather forecast when we come back. Plus, the Manistee Farmers Market is back in action, officially kicking off the season today. And Marquette Algerisa is currently holding their annual plant sale. We'll hear how it's benefiting their students when we come back.
19 News is brought to you by Kirkish Furniture.
As governor, I'll absolutely require voter ID. will clean up the murky voter rolls and save Michigan's elections. I'm no politician. I'm Perry Johnson. But shouldn't even the career politicians have made this change by now?
Now through May during the Fox Motors Trade-In and Trade-Up event at Fox Marquette Chevrolet. Get 2.9% for 72 months on the Chevrolet Silverado 1500. Hurry in. Offer ends June 1st. Together, let's drive. Fox Marquette Chevrolet. Experience the difference.
Planning your next trip? Start it close to home at Marquette Sawyer Regional Airport. With convenient service on American, Delta, and United, you'll enjoy flexible flight options to Chicago, Detroit, and Minneapolis, with expanded United service starting in October. Save time, skip the long drive, and fly local with confidence. Book your flight today at sawyerairport.com.
Watch The Medical Minute, Thursdays at 6 and 11, only on 19 News. Brought to you by OSF Healthcare.
Shop our huge selection of Amish-crafted dining room sets at Kirkish Furniture in Houghton. Browse our large in-stock collection and customize with a special order. With 1-year no-interest financing available, plus free delivery. Shop Kirkish Furniture today.
Now through May during the Fox Motors Trade-In and Trade-Up event at Fox Marquette Chevrolet. Get 2.9% for 72 months on the Chevrolet Silverado 1500. Hurry in. Offer ends June 1st. Together, let's drive. Fox Marquette Chevrolet. Experience the difference.
As governor, I'll be incredibly supportive of ICE coming here and removing these fraudsters. My mega audit will identify every penny of these wasted benefits and eliminate them, giving the savings back to you.
Now, from the 19 News Forecast Center, this is WZMQ 19 First Warning Weather with meteorologist Kelly Rowland.
And welcome back. It is basically a worry-free forecast for me. I'm not really seeing anything too concerning in terms of major rain systems. So that means for any of you that want to try to get outside and enjoy, this is the perfect week to try to do so. You need to take advantage of these patterns like this because it doesn't come quite too often with how close we are just into the lake in general. 71 degrees for the high temperature for today in Marquette. The average is 67. So this was basically a typical and a seasonal day. We'll continue to see temperatures move all over the place, but what won't really change is the precipitation. We're copying and pasting sunshine and dry conditions mainly because of this omega block pattern. And yes, this does shift around a bit, but the overall benefit from where we are with the positioning of this omega block or omega high, which means we get a dry stretch with lots of sunshine, typically some warmer temperatures, maybe not for Marquette because of the wind direction and the proximity to that big body of water, but other places like out to the west coast or east coast, they may fall into a more colder or rainy pattern. It really just depends where you are with this atmospheric pattern. And I'm just going to keep clicking First Warning Weather Futurecast to show you the benefits of this omega high because I'm really not tracking any major rain systems, which means it's a great time, great opportunity to go outside and enjoy, although it may be a bit cooler at times. As long as you have the proper jacket, you're dressed accordingly, and you have the SPF, you will be able to enjoy anything that you may have planned outside. Bringing out the UV index, had to kind of dust this off from the long winter that we had, but we'll have the UV going into that high or even very high range for really next 5 days all the way throughout the weekend. This is the final few days of May, and Monday is June 1st, which is the start of meteorological summer. That's when I like to get into the summer mindset, and if you want to wait until the summer solstice, that is June 21st. So we should be wearing our SPF every day, no matter if it's during the winter, but especially in these next few days where we have the high UV, you want to make sure you have on the SPF because it can only take about 10 to 15 minutes with that type of UV to get some of those negative impacts. And if you are going to be outside fishing, you especially need the SPF. It's going to be a really sunny day, not only for tomorrow, but the rest of the week, as we know. So your Blades Bait and Tackle fishing outlook is getting a 2 out of 4 stars for tomorrow. If you want to go out in the morning, the best time is 10:46 a.m. to 12:46 p.m. and at night 11:20 p.m. through 1:20 a.m. Those are the best times to try to get out and fish. cloudy-ish, not expecting any rain, some light winds from the north about 5 to 10 miles per hour. And again, we're close to that full moon, which is coming up on the last day of May, this Sunday. Winds aren't really going to be much of an issue. Like I said, the only thing that really changes when we're in this type of atmospheric pattern is the temperatures, and we're still on a bit of that roller coaster. It's cooler tomorrow, near 60 degrees, and then we really soar closer to that mid to upper 70s for your Friday to kick off the weekend, where things become even more consistent with temperatures staying into the mid to lower 60s.
Kelly, thank you again. The Manistee Farmer and Artisan Market kicked off another season this evening. Every Wednesday from 5 to 6:30, local vendors are lining Oak Street to sell fresh produce, baked goods, handmade gifts, and artwork. Furlong Creek Farm of Ensign has participated in the market for several years, and the owners say it's a great opportunity to reach new customers.
We offer pastured beef, lamb, pork, and chicken. We also have assortments of artisan breads of sourdoughs, pastured eggs, seasonal vegetables. This is such a fantastic location, and they're all about supporting their local farmers. So we love coming to this market.
One primary objective of the market is promoting food security. Several vendors are participating in the Food as Medicine program, which allows patrons with vouchers to receive $15 worth of food each week. The market is also one of only 7 in the state accepted into the Michigan Department of Agriculture's 2026 Farmers to Markets program.
This focuses on young farmer, beginning farmer retainment, and gives us an opportunity to support them financially. And then we're able to purchase fresh fruit, fresh vegetables, and distribute that out to local food pantries.
The Manistee Farmer and Artisan Market will run through the end of October. Students in the Marquette Algerisa Transition Program have been hard at work to plan and plant for their annual fundraiser. This week, the class is offering dozens of garden starter vegetables, houseplants, crafts, and beverages in the front lawn of their school. Funds raised will help provide these students with more learning opportunities around the area. For over a decade, the sale has always been welcomed by an outpour of local support.
We have seen the same people year after year, and then people are like, oh, I opened my phone and I saw it on Facebook this morning and had to come down. So we see new people every year. Even if you're not a plant person, just come down and say hi. Our students love seeing people in the community.
The plant sale will continue Thursday and Friday from 9 a.m. until 1:15 p.m. Mike Ludlam has a whole lot of sports highlights for us tonight. He'll start with some Division 1 through 3 golf results. That and more when we come back.
Now through May, during the Fox Motors Trade-In and Trade-Up event at Fox Nagani Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, get 3.35% APR for 68 months on select 2022 or newer vehicles. Hurry in, offer ends June 1st. Together, let's drive. Fox Nagani Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, experience the difference. Now through May, during the Fox Motors Trade-In and Trade-Up event at Fox Nagani Chevrolet GMC, get 2.9% for 72 months on the Chevrolet Silverado 1500. Hurry in, offer ends June 1st. Together, let's drive. Fox Nagani Chevrolet GMC, experience the difference.
You know, Hard Rock is built on service, from that first cafe to hotels and casinos around the world. That's why on the Hard Rock Bet Casino app, service still comes first.
When you want to withdraw your money, it's secure. Get paid in 30 minutes or less.
When you need help, it's available 24/7. Real service, based right here in the U.S.
Hard Rock Bet Casino is here, Michigan. Roll with us.
New customers get up to $1,000 back in casino bonus, plus 500 bonus spins.
Tony's Green Thumb in Bark River is open for business. Tony's is your one-stop shop for all your garden and flower needs. Known for a huge variety of big, beautiful baskets, gorgeous planters, and over 600 varieties of vegetables and flowers to choose from. Open daily, come see why people travel over 100 miles to Tony's Green Thumb. Tony's Green Thumb, where beautiful gardens begin.
Now through May, during the Fox Motors Trade-In and Trade-Up event at Fox Nagani Chevrolet GMC, get 2.9% for 72 months on the Chevrolet Silverado 1500. Hurry in, offer ends June 1st. Together, let's drive. Fox Nagani Chevrolet GMC, experience the difference. Now through May, during the Fox Motors Trade-In and Trade-Up event at Fox Nagani Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, get 3.35% APR for 68 months on select 2022 or newer vehicles. Hurry in, offer ends June 1st. Together, let's drive. Fox Nagani Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, experience the difference.
Good evening, everyone. The Upper Peninsula Golf and Tennis Finals took place in 5 counties today, if I kept track correctly. Golf was really spread out. We'll start in Division 1. The boys were at Sweetgrass at the Island Resort and Casino in Harris. We found a group of number ones already on hole number 2. And the first person up is Brendan Jukery of Houghton. His putt is a little bit short of going in, but he would certainly easily tap that one in. Moments later, Bowden Moore of Marquette is going to slide it just a little bit past the hole as well, but he had a pretty good day. He had a 71. In the next group, Carson Artley of Escanaba, close with a downhill swing in his path, and the ball will trickle past the hole. Max Gordon of Sault Ste. Marie. Blue Devils brought a good contingent of golfers over today, and that one just off the mark. Easton Aho of Marquette is next, and he's not going to get it into the cup, but he is going to put it in good position. Marquette Aho had a 75. Marquette had 4 of the top 5 golfers. They won with a team score of 295. Escanaba was after them in second place. From Sweetgrass, hop in the car. Let's go to Sage Run for the Division 1 girls event. We're on the 6th hole, and Escanaba's Camry Scott with a chip from the back end of the green. That one will settle down nicely. Scott is a senior. She was the medalist with an 83. Sault Ste. Marie freshman Renee Guan is next, trying to be careful not to chip the ball too hard with that downhill lie. She was the runner-up with an 87. Back to the senior class, Lexi Marino of Menominee with an uphill putt, slightly. That one's not quite good, but she was in the top 5 today. Negauntee's Kennedy Glasheen rolls in a short putt to complete the hole for her group, which did very well, as you will see shortly. Next group, Kingsford Charlotte Todd from short of the green. Watch carefully. Oops, yeah, that's right. That one almost hit me. Nice job on the reflexes, Luds. Negauntee's Addison Crookham with a similar putt to her teammate Kennedy Glasheen. A quick one downhill. And on the results here, Negaunee is your champion by 24 strokes, 383. Escanaba had 407. Kingsford, Calumet, and Marquette round out the top 5. On the individual part, Camry Scott, 83. Renee Guan, 87. Crookham of Negaunee with an 89, Marino of Menominee with a 90, and she was tied with Glasheen of Negaunee with a 90. Camry Scott is a 3-time champion. The Division 2 finals took place at the Portage Lake Golf Course in Houghton. Thanks to Jeffers Athletic Director Steve Nordstrom for the pictures. This is Newberry sophomore Jarrett Zeller. His last name might be at the end of the alphabet, but he came in first today on the scoreboard with a 4 under par 68. There you see his teammates. They're all underclassmen. They won the team title. To the score here, it was close. Newberry 316, Hancock 317, Jeffers with 329. It was Baraga and Forest Park. For the individuals, Zeller with a 68. Teammate Austin Bolton was next with a 73. Kirby Storm of Hancock and Carter Sprague of Ironwood with 76s, and Alder Leiter of Baraga and Tage Ryala of Jeffers each had 77s. On the girls' side in Division 2, Bark River Harris sophomore Michaela Heislop was the medalist at Portage Lake. She recorded a 91, winning by 3 shots over Hancock junior Kaylin Rulo. The Broncos won their second team championship in 3 seasons. So the numbers here, Bark River Harris by a dozen over, yeah, that's right, Cedarville Detours, now a Division 2 school when it comes to golf. Hancock was third, followed by Ironwood and Newberry. Individually, it was Heislop and Rulo, followed by Christina Brauscher of Ironwood with a 96. McKenna Smith of Cedarville Detour had a 97, and Newberry's Blair Mackey with a 98. Let's go to Watersmeet. When was the last time Watersmeet held a golf final? I think the answer is never. They have Division 3. We caught up with the boys on the 17th hole. Couldn't fool around after that with only 2 holes to go. Christian Van Dam of Mid-Peninsula is in the fairway, lands the ball within 20 feet of the flag. He was the medalist today. He had a 72. Next is Lakeland for Lyndon Hubble's Brady Axford chipping onto the green. Now, Brady also has 2 brothers on the Lakes team, and technically they're triplets. And believe it or not, each one of them shot an 80. Yeah, I'm going to try and figure that one out for a minute. On to Knockins, Jack Nelson is next. Nice rolling in of the putt. He carded an 88 for his round. And say hello to Drew Johnson of Bessemer, who appears to be in a lot of trouble. And he didn't panic, though. Makes a pretty nice shot out of that one to get in position for a par. The Lakeland and Humble boys had been second the past 2 seasons, but today they go home with the team trophy. In fact, they do it by a comfortable margin, 321. Big Bay Denock was next with 354. Then it was Ontonagon, Wakefield Marinisco, and Bessemer. Van Dam, your medalist, with a 75. Then Parker Pedersen of Big Bay Denock had a 78. Then, yeah, that's right, they're your triplets, 80, 80, 80 for Brady Lucas and Tyler Axford. Now, the girls were starting to head by the clubhouse by the time I started looking for them. Say hello to Ivy Gates of Big Bay Denock. She's an 8th grader, just missed the putt on the 7th hole. Next step, dash to the clubhouse, find the medalist, and that's Summer Stites of Ontonagon. She won with a score of 103. Big Bay Denock had been the runner-up the last couple of seasons, 3 in fact, 2 of them to Ontonagon, but this year they get the trophy. Here are the results. Well, we only had 2 full teams, and Big Bay Denock won with Ontonagon second. On the individual side, Summer Stites with a 103, Peyton Pedersen of Big Bay Denock with a 108, then Lakeland Bunker of Mackinac Island, Kerrigan Till of the Black Bears, and Annika Lindholm of North Dickinson, and Olivia Lockhart of Ontonagon each had 118. Oh my goodness, now let's get to the boys tennis and see how fast I can get through this. Division 1 was at Westwood. Marquette in first singles. Lucas Belkowski did very well. Didn't lose a set all day, winning 6-2 and 6-4 over Landon Adam of Kingsford. Following the solo challenge, the Sentinels went with number 1 doubles as well. Winston Leonard and Connor Henry only lost 1 set, and they went on to win that bracket as well. And Marquette wouldn't secure the overall championship until the last match at second doubles, and the Sentinels would take care of business there, winning in 3 sets. So Marquette gets the Upper Peninsula title once again. On the board, they had 17. Negaunee was next with 15, Kingsford 12, followed by Westwood and Escanaba. How about boys Division 2 tennis? Well, that was over at Kingsford High School. First singles, Dominic Brunswick of Western County in the blue shirt. That's Iron Mountain's Malachi Brosma in the far court. And to the net they come, and the next thing you know is, oh darn, that lob's too good, and Brosma gets the point. A couple points later, Brunswick will connect on a first serve, and it's a lob return. Brunswick says, I appreciate room service. Puts that one away. He won in 3 sets, 7-6, 3-6, and 6-1. Over at second doubles, Western County also won that one. In fact, they won 7 of the 8 flights to the board ever so quickly. It was Iron Mountain on a different scoring scale, winning with 46, followed by Ishpeming, Iron Mountain, and Gwynn. And we still have a minute to go. Shoot, I didn't plan that. I do know the Detroit Tigers won in a shutout tonight. Yeah, that doesn't happen every day. 4-0 over the Los Angeles Angels. You already know that the Vegas Golden Knights have swept their way into the Stanley Cup final as they took care of the higher-seeded Colorado Avalanche, and we'll try and catch up on a few more things when we come back.
Now through May during the Fox Motors Trade-In and Trade-Up event at Fox Marquette Chevrolet. Get 2.9% for 72 months on the Chevrolet Silverado 1500. Hurry in. Offer ends June 1st. Together, let's drive. Fox Marquette Chevrolet. Experience the difference.
Now through May during the Fox Motors Trade-In and Trade-Up event at Fox Negaunee Chevrolet GMC. Get 2.9% for 72 months on the Chevrolet Silverado 1500. Hurry in. Offer ends June 1st. Together, let's drive. Fox Negaunee Chevrolet GMC. Experience the difference.
Did you know most of what you throw away can be recycled? At Recycle 906, we accept more than just cardboard and jugs. We take plastics, metals, paper, and more. Recycle smarter, bring it to us. See what we accept at recycle906.com.
Closed captioning sponsored by Range Bank of Upper Michigan. Escanaba reporter Lily Simmons on WZMQ 19 News.
Now through May during the Fox Motors Trade-In and Trade-Up event at Fox Nagani Chevrolet GMC, get 2.9% for 72 months on the Chevrolet Silverado 1500. Hurry in. Offer ends June 1st. Together, let's drive. Fox Nagani Chevrolet GMC. Experience the difference.
Now through May during the Fox Motors Trade-In and Trade-Up event at Fox Marquette Chevrolet, get 2.9% for 72 months on the Chevrolet Silverado 1500. Hurry in. Offer ends June 1st. Together, let's drive. Fox Marquette Chevrolet. Experience the difference.
A world at your fingertips gives you the advantage. Scan this right now. Weather, local news, community events, amazing video. It's cool. It's all yours. It's free. And it's on demand. Do it. Download the app from 19 News. Now you know. Sophia Murphy reports at 6 and 11 on WZMQ 19 News.
And a final check of your forecast as we are moving through the week and we continue to move through this graphic. The rain outlook for the next 48 hours is going to be very, very low. We are not really going to see too much of that rain creeping up into the area, and again is because of that atmospheric pattern of the Omega block. So it is basically going to block any chances of rain that we have, even keeping a lot of that cloud cover out of here. So we'll have sunny skies into Marquette where temperatures are a bit cooler just because of that wind direction going from the north or coming from the north, east-northeast direction. That may shift at times, but if you travel down towards Iron River, Iron Mountain, anywhere basically outside of Marquette County, temperatures are going to be much warmer, mid to upper 60s, even mid to upper 70s in places like Iron River and Iron Mountain. And nice dry stretches like this with how close we are to lakes is really rare, so make sure you take advantage when we have this type of forecast your next 7 days really to close off the month of May and enter June. It's going to be rain-free. We continue the sunshine. The only thing that really changes is the temperatures.
Kelly, thank you again. And Mike, you had a lot tonight, but I think you have a little more.
And there's still a whole lot more. Yes, the Tigers really did win 4-0 over the Angels. Even scarier than a shutout. 5 pitchers combined for that shutout, and they only allowed 2 hits total. Can't they do that every night?
Apparently not. No.
I know, it's very disappointing. The Milwaukee Brewers defeated St. Louis by the score of 2-1. And I just scribbled down the team scores from the Division I boys. Marquette did have 4 in the top 5 individually, and I think Jared Plord of Escanaba was the mixture in that group. Marquette had a 294, Escanaba a 318, then it was Gladstone at 322, Kingsford at 340, and Menominee was back in the pack a little bit, still in 5th place at 383. Of course, when you get Sweetgrass and Sage Run involved in the UP finals, most of the time the scores are going to elevate just a bit as they take on those tougher conditions. And pretty darn good day for Marquette to come in under 300.
And with all that golf, Mike, I'm so glad that ball did not actually hit you. That was a very close call, my friend.
Well, I saw it hit. Looked like it was going in my general direction. And the next thing you know, whoosh, bye.
Near miss there. Mike, thank you very much. Thank you all for watching. We'll catch you back here tomorrow at 6/5 Central.
Now through May during the Fox Motors Trade-In and Trade-Up event at Fox Marquette Subaru. Get 3.35% APR for 68 months on select 2022 or newer vehicles. Hurry in. Offer ends June 1st. Fox Marquette Subaru. Experience the difference. Now through May during the Fox Motors Trade-In and Trade-Up event at Fox Marquette Ford. Get 3.35% APR for 68 months on select 2022 or